Hello and welcome back to the channel, Coin Lovers. Today we have a very special comparison to iconic presidential $1 coins. George Washington, first president, 1789 to 1797, vs. William Henry Harrison, 9th president, 1841. Both of these coins are from the famous presidential $1 coin program. What are their designs that value, mintages, and collector secrets? Let's explore together.
William Henry Harrison was born on February 9, 1773, in Charles City County, Virginia. He was born into a prominent family. His father, Benjamin Harrison V., was a signer of the Declaration of Independence and a former governor of Virginia. He studied classical studies and medicine in his youth, but after his father's death, he joined the army at age 18. Harrison became famous as a soldier and a hero of the Northwest Indian War. He served under Mad Anthony Wayne and helped secure American control of the Northwest Territory. His most famous victory was at the Battle of Tippecanoe in 1811 against the Shawnee tribe led by Tecumseh and his brother the Prophet. This battle earned him the nickname Old Tippecanoe. He also fought in the War of 1812, defeating British and native forces at the Battle of the Thames in 1813. After his military service, Harrison entered politics. Governor of the Indiana Territory, 1801 to 1812. U.S. Representative and Senator from Ohio. U.S. Minister to Columbia. Harrison was known for his support of westward expansion and land policies favoring settlers. He was a Whig Party candidate, known for being a simple man of the people, although he came from wealth. In 1840, Harrison ran for president with John Tyler as his running mate. The slogan of the campaign was Tippecanoe and Tyler too, one of the most famous in U.S. history. The Whigs portrayed Harrison as a log cabin, hard cider drinking frontiersman, contrasting him with the incumbent Martin Van Buren, who was called an out-of-touch elitist. Harrison won the election in a landslide, especially among rural and working-class voters. On March 4, 1841, Harrison delivered the longest inaugural address in U.S. history, nearly 2 hours long, in cold, rainy weather, without wearing a coat or hat. Sadly, just a few weeks later, on March 26, he fell ill with what doctors believed was pneumonia. On April 4, 1841, just 31 days after taking office, Harrison died, making him the first U.S. president to die in office. His death caused a constitutional crisis. No one was sure if the vice president became acting or full president. John Tyler declared himself full president, setting a precedent followed ever since. William Henry Harrison was 68 years old when he died, the oldest president elected at that time. He was buried in North Bend, Ohio, where a tomb and monument were later built. Though his presidency was brief, it highlighted the need for a clearer presidential succession process. The 25th Amendment, ratified in 1967, later clarified these procedures, inspired in part by cases like Harrison's, released in 2009 as part of the presidential $1 coin program. The obverse features Harrison's portrait with the inscriptions William Henry Harrison. In God We Trust. 9th President and 1841. The reverse features the Statue of Liberty, used on all presidential coins. The coin edge includes E Pluribus Unum. 2009. The mint mark. Though it's a $1 coin, most are not used in circulation but collected. Rare versions like proof coins or error coins misstrikes may hold numismatic value. Harrison was the grandfather of Benjamin Harrison, the 23rd U.S. President. His campaign was the first modern presidential campaign with mass rallies, buttons, and slogans. Some historians argue that poor sanitation in the White House may have contributed to his illness, not just cold weather. He had 10 children, and his family was one of the largest of any president. Next, George Washington, first president, 1789 to 1797. Born on February 22, 1732, in Westmoreland County, Virginia. Father Augustine Washington, mother Mary Ball Washington. Grew up in colonial Virginia, worked on the family plantation. Had limited formal education but was skilled in mathematics and land surveying. At 17, became a land surveyor for the Virginia colony. After his brother Lawrence died, George inherited Mount Vernon estate and became interested in military service. Washington started his military career during the French and Indian War, 1754 to 1763. He served as a lieutenant colonel in the British colonial forces. Led troops in battles like the Battle of Fort Necessity. Gained a reputation for bravery and leadership. Though some missions failed, his experience shaped his leadership style and made him a respected figure across the colonies. In 1775, during the Second Continental Congress, George Washington was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army. United States led American forces during the Revolutionary War 1775 to 1783 against British rule. Battle of Trenton 1776 surprise victory. After crossing the Delaware River. Battle of Yorktown 1781 final major battle where British General Cornwallis surrendered. Washington's leadership and determination helped secure American independence. After the war, Washington voluntarily resigned his military commission to Congress in 1783, a powerful act showing his dedication to democracy. He returned to Mount Vernon, hoping to live a peaceful life. But America still needed his leadership. In 1787, Washington presided over the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia. He was a key figure in the drafting of the U.S. Constitution. His presence gave legitimacy and unity to the process. This led to the foundation of the federal government. Unanimously elected as the first president in 1789. Inaugurated in New York City on April 30, 1789. Established the executive branch. Created the Cabinet Secretary of State. Thomas Jefferson, Secretary of Treasury, Alexander Hamilton. Signed the Bill of Rights, 1791. Set the tradition of a peaceful transfer of power. Supported strong federal government, national bank, and neutrality in foreign conflicts. Faced challenges like the French Revolution and tensions with Britain and France. Signed the Jay Treaty, 1794, to maintain peace with Britain. Faced criticism from political opponents but remained focused on unity. Important contribution, Washington refused to serve more than 2 terms, establishing a democratic precedent. In 1796, Washington declined a 3rd term and wrote a farewell address, published in newspapers. Warnings in the address: avoid political parties, beware of foreign alliances, support national unity. His final message was one of wisdom and patriotism. After retiring, he returned to Mount Vernon on December 14, 1799. Washington died at age 67 due to a throat infection. The entire nation mourned his loss. He was buried at Mount Vernon, where his tomb remains today. George Washington is often called the father of his country. Statue of Liberty. His legacy includes setting democratic traditions, refusing absolute power, strengthening federal government. He appears on the $1 bill and quarter coin. The U.S. Capitol, Washington, D.C., is named after him. Countless schools, monuments, and cities bear his name. His honesty, leadership, and humility continue to inspire generations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell icon for more amazing coin videos. Which of these 2 coins do you prefer? Washington or Harrison? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and keep collecting.